This is Gayle. Welcome to my channel. We have Busy Lady Artie, and hi, Busy Lady. How are you doing? It is good to see you. Well, we're getting ready for some Bodacious fun. We are going to be having a giveaway. That's going to be starting on Sunday, which is tomorrow. I can't believe it. We are going to be beating these coronavirus blues. I've just had it with the blues. How about you all? And so to beat that, we're going to have a giveaway. So let's see. Busy Lady is here. And I'm doing things a little differently with the live stream. We've got Stellar Piper here. Hi, Stellar. How are you? Yeah. So hopefully the giveaway is going to be a blast. And hopefully my sound is actually going out. How crazy is this? So I'm doing a couple of things different with the stream, and I hope you like it. Let's see, Sakuna's here. Hi, how are you? Thank you very much for stopping by to say hello. So how is the sound on tonight's stream? Can you hear me? And how is all of that going? Hi, Valerie. How are you? So I've got a different camera. I hope you can tell. And okay, good. Thank you, Stellar. I appreciate that. So good. Well, I'm glad. I've been kind of playing around with StreamYard, and hopefully we'll have some different things here. So how is the sound? Is the sound okay? Sound is good and picture is good. All right. There we go. Well, those are two great things that make me happy right there. I'm so glad. Well, let's talk first about this giveaway that we've got coming up. Are you all in favor of a giveaway? I hope you're going to say yes, because that's going to be first up on the agenda to talk about. We've got some neat items. Let me reach around. Get these for you. Now, I've got the video that's up. It's coming out on YouTube tomorrow, and my Facebook video on this is already up. For day one, the first day, which is tomorrow, the only thing that you have to do to enter is to join our Facebook group. And Facebook, I'm sorry, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook group. That's what I said. I'm losing my brain tonight. So all you have to do is post a photo of your beautiful Bodacious self on the Facebook group. And don't worry, Bodacious can be anything you want it to be, whether you want it to be a sassy hat and gloves, or you just want it to be yourself kind of kicking around, just kind of enjoying life. It's not going to be complicated. Y'all know I don't do complicated, though. So that is for tomorrow. So just post that over in the Facebook group, and it's all going to be picked randomly. So it should be a lot of fun. But if you win, I'm going to need your address as quickly as possible so I can get this stuff out to you. But it's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that way, if somebody is needing anything for like Mother's Day, they could use the gift for Mother's Day if they want to. So there you go. It's always going to be lots of fun, and we'll get those out. So real quick, I'm going to show you some of the things, and I am reserving the possibility that we may have another giveaway or two popping up. So this large piece of jewelry is a necklace, and I will have this at some point to give away. I'm not going to tell you which is which. And this one, which is a wire wrapped piece of ruby zoisite. So it's a gemstone. So we're going to be doing that. Herman the Great. Hey, Herman, how are you? And we've got this piece. Which is a peacock there, and it is on a chain. And those are little fluorite gemstones. And we have an acrylic piece right here to give away. I also have the Heart for God necklace. And the little bead there we go. The little bead represents God's word that we hide our heart. The scripture that says, I'll hide your word in my heart so that I might not sin against God. Or the saying, there you go. If someone wins on that day that is not a Christian, don't panic. I have an alternative, which is going to be this piece, which is not showing up well. I'll put a photograph of it. This is a wire wrapped marble. So we'll have that. And we might have a couple of other things popping up. Like I said, you never know. But we have these things for certain. I'm having some talks with somebody, so I may potentially have another thing later in the week, but without a firm commitment, I'm not going to mention that. So the giveaway, the ways that you can win are tomorrow, post your picture in a Facebook group, which, just in case, I'm going to put that link down here, just in case you don't have it yet. Now you do. And I will try to remember to put that in the description box below. Herman, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? And bless you too. Thank you. So, day one, which is tomorrow, the way that you win one of these is to post your photo. And it runs from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. So you have all day to get it posted. But you may already have something on your phone or on your computer that you can use, and that's fine because it's a picture of yourself, whatever makes you happy. And we don't support each other enough in general. So I want these photos to be of you so we can spend lots of positive comments, lots of positive energy. And like I said, the Bodacious photos can be whatever you want them to be as long as you're in the picture. So that's tomorrow. On Monday night, Monday, we are having another live stream right here at 8 p.m. And that live stream, we're going to just chit chat and have fun. Hi, Peter Parker. How are you? For that live stream, we're just going to talk. We're going to have fun, just kind of hang out. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. right here. That is Eastern time, okay, which means 7 Central. And during that live stream, we're going to have a giveaway. Tuesday on YouTube, I have my Tuesday afternoon video coming out at 12 noon. All comments that are left on that video, unless you say otherwise, those comments are also going to count for the giveaway. So we'll have a separate giveaway on each of these days, one item per day. And on Instagram, which is going to be Wednesday, I'm going to post a photo of the item that I'm giving away, and all of the comments on that will also be entered. So it's really going to be a lot of fun, and it's Sunday through Wednesday, maybe Thursday and Friday. We'll see. I'm still working on that, but plan on from tomorrow through Wednesday. So does that sound like fun? Post reminders, please, at Gayle Crabtree. Not sure I will make it. Monday at work is rough, but it's my last Monday there. Whew. Okay. Well, don't worry, because I don't expect everybody to be able to make everything. I hope that your last day is going to go smoothly and well, and you won't have to worry about a thing. Okay? We'll just plan on your Monday going smoothly. But if you can be there, awesome. And if you can't, that's okay. But if you want to enter for the chance to win, you've got lots of opportunities. You've got Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay? So, but yeah, I understand you're in a really tough job too. So we are just going to plan on it going smoothly. Okay? And Stellar says, woohoo, busy. Hey, any luck on the rubbing alcohol? Rubbing alcohol? Did I miss something? Are you trying to find some? And Busy says, oh, I haven't looked yet, Stellar, LOL, but if all else fails, I can use a hand sanitizer for what I need it for. That sounds promising. Now, did you all see the video I did on Tennessee Hills Distillery? They do have hand sanitizer. If anybody's looking for some and you can't find it, they are shipping it. So it's $2 for the little bottles, and but at least you can get it there. So it's nice to see the distilleries all getting into this too, because they're really trying to make life better. And she says, yes, at Gayle Crabtree, Facebook post, hee. Good deal. Yeah, I put that thing out on Twitter, and somebody was talking about not being able to find hand sanitizer, and I was like, hey, you follow my Twitter feed? And they're like, oh, yeah. So, yes, they are cute. Valerie Reese got 24 bottles to give away. That's wonderful. Yeah. I just want everybody to know who might need it. And Busy, I know you're in healthcare, so tough goings right now. So, but congratulations on that being your last Monday. So Busy Lady is beating the coronavirus blues by getting a new place to live, many states away, and going back home. That's really cool stuff, Busy. I agree, Busy. So are you giving it out to friends, or is your church giving it out? I can imagine, Busy. I can just imagine. I have a friend whose daughter is in a hospital in Boston, and we're just all praying for her for safety. And she's young, she's strong. She's actually volunteering for lots of overtime to give some of the parents a break who need it. So, but I feel for my heart goes out to you, Busy, and my hat is off to you. So how about everybody else? I know Busy's getting ready to move, so I'm going to take it that she's having a good week, as good as you can with the moving. And Valerie is, okay, she says she's giving it out to friends. I may also do a giveaway on my channel. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. Way to go, Valerie. Way to go. That is epic. Big congratulations. Busy says Boston has it worse. Michigan does too, which makes me worry a bit. But I will stay inside the house for a bit if I have to. That's always, that's always a good idea, especially right now. But when you first move, you can take that time to stay in and get everything unpacked. And that's kind of nice too. So yeah. Yeah, big congrats to Valerie from Busy and from Stellar. So that's wonderful. So is that going to be your big celebration? Oh, one thing, Valerie, I'll give you a heads up. If you go to ship out the sanitizer, you can't do it by mail. You have to do it through UPS. And some of the UPS locations won't take it. So just know ahead of time. If you go down to your main UPS hub, I didn't have any problems with them taking it there. But I had some sanitizer that I wanted to send to Stellar Piper, and it's been crazy. So we finally got it shipped out, but it had to go to the UPS hub. So I first went to the post office, and they're like, no. Then I went to the UPS store, figuring that would be a no-brainer. And they refused to take it because they said it was flammable. So going to the hub was like the magic piece of information there. So I just want to pass it on to you just in case. Let's see, Busy says, hubby doesn't want to stay at this house very long. He wants to get our own place ASAP, but I feel like things always take longer than expected and we'll be okay. Yeah, well, you know, I think you're right that things do always take longer than you think. And with your positive attitude, I am sure things are going to be okay. And let's see, Iron Fire Horse is in here. Hey, how are you? It's been a while since we've seen you. Are you doing well? Oh, good. And Stellar says it got here safely and we all like the sanitizer. So good. Good. It was just a lot more frustrating to ship it to you than I had ever dreamed it was going to be. Because there's so many people right now that are needing hand sanitizer and stuff. And I'm working on trying to send a couple of cans of disinfectant spray to somebody. And I'm having some problems there too. So it's kind of crazy. Valerie says, I didn't know that the distillery is sending it out. The distillery may have something special worked out with UPS. I finally got them to take the sanitizer with no problem, but it's just that the store wouldn't, the local UPS store would not, and the mail service would not. So, but just so you know, Iron says, hi, Distiller. Busy says, thank you, Gayle. My positive attitude comes and goes like street lights change. You're doing great. You are just doing great. You always have a good attitude. Valerie says, I'm not sure where UPS is located. They will come to your door. So, but talk to, maybe your post office may be different. Mine is just small town, super twitchy. So perhaps, but talk to them. Busy says, make a first night box. Oh yeah. That's a good idea, Stellar. Whoops. And Iron Fire Horse says hi to Busy. And Busy says, at Stellar, we'll be staying with my aunt in the house that has things set up for us, but we'll have backpacks for each of us. We'll be staying at a hotel halfway there, so those will be helpful. Yeah. I agree. Stellar says good call. Something else, too, that I always like to do when we move is I pack all of my dishes in between paper plates. So when we get there, I have dishes that are well cushioned and I have paper plates too that I can use if I want to. It makes life easier because then I have more of an option without hunting things. So, Irene and Valerie. So, everybody has been busy. I'm taking it that weeks are going well. And so, all right. I'm playing around with these little buttons here. I've got a little reminder set. So if I forget to say, please don't forget to like it and share it, the ticker will. Okay. I got to play with those buttons there. All right. So we have 5 likes. Thank you all very, very much. And I'm really interested in your feedback on this, especially after the video. If you guys could send me a little Facebook message and kind of let me know what you think about the stream, the quality, the sound, and so forth, because I'm trying to set up all new equipment. Try to make the stream as good for you guys as possible. So. And Busy says, I truly appreciate your support and positive heart, Stellar and Gayle. Oh, you've got it. We give back what you give. You know, you're a positive, upbeat person. The world gives that back. Work is extremely busy. Okay. Now, you're still working from home. Do you have any idea how much longer you're going to be working from home? Iron says, doesn't seem any different to me. Okay. Well, hopefully the picture quality is better, and hopefully it won't be pixelating, and hopefully we won't have some of the sound issues that we've had on past streams. That's my big hope. Let's see. Stellar says, a new kid moved into my building on Friday. Yay. And what she means is she actually does housing for street kids. So there is a homeless kid who has moved into the building that she works with where she places kids, which is very cool. So we have a kid that's off the streets and in a home. And Busy says that's awesome. Iron Firehorse says, sorry I didn't do Facebook, but everything seems great. Good sound and picture. Yay! All right. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Oh, you meant the lockdown. Nothing seems different. Okay. And in some areas, it's not. Like up here where I am, it's not that big of a change. But like over where Stellar is, she's in a different state. But even like down in Knoxville, it's really very different. It's totally crazy. Shelves are bare, stuff like that. We don't have too much of it. Let's see. I mean, too much of bare shelves. We've got pretty much everything that we want. We may not have exactly the brand we want, like the disinfectant sprays that I'm sending this person. They didn't have Lysol, but they had the store brand, because all of Lysol is apparently being diverted to healthcare, which is a good and important thing. Let's see, Valerie says she doesn't know that she hopes they let her work from home on an ongoing basis. It's convenient with a lot less driving. Yeah. And we could see some of that as an outcome. You know, there are some companies who back during the economic downturn before went to a 4-day work week, and they are still on a 4-day work week because their staff really liked that. They get all their hours in and they get their work done. So they're still doing that. So there may be, you know, some companies that will stay on work from home. And let's see, Stellar says she's so excited to be off the streets. Yay. I'm glad. Kids shouldn't have to live on the streets. That is true. I agree. But sometimes, as y'all know, sometimes things happen. And Irene, I totally agree. Yes, Stellar does go on a rant. She gets that from her mom. I'm sorry. And let's see, Busy says she can find disinfectant here at the Dollar General, but it's the store brand. Yeah, apparently it's all going to be the store brand, because apparently none of Lysol products themselves are hitting the store shelves. Their parent, from what I got out of the grocery store person, is that they can't even order it, that it is all going to hospitals and healthcare centers, and like none of it's coming down to the grocery store level, which that makes no sense to me. I mean, I'm glad they've got it. Don't get me wrong, because I want them to have it. Okay, we want the health industry to be healthy, but it's like, you know, you have this huge demand. So why isn't the production ramping up so like everybody can get it? Because my faith in corporate greed is very, very strong. And I would have just thought that with all of this demand for their products, that they would have been really ramping. But I don't know. Now let's see. Stellar says, Busy, she went to the Dollar Tree and was already decorating her place. Someone donated a move-in kit, so pots and pans and stuff all taken care of. That is cool. And that's got to be like Christmas. Opening up pots and pans and getting your house set up for the first time. Now let's see. Busy says, Stellar, that's amazing. So glad to hear that. Sounds like she is getting comfortable. Yeah. That's awesome. And let's see. Irene is saying, if we're only going out when we need to, why do we need so much sanitizer and Lysol? Well, honestly, my theory on why we need Lysol is because a lot of people who have been home, when you're out at work and you're just coming into your home and you're just kind of hit and miss, then you don't realize sometimes how you've let the cleaning slide. But when you have to be home, it kind of smacks you upside the head. So I think that's part of it. The other thing is I think people are being extra clean right now whenever they have to go out somewhere. And Busy says, it is so frustrating, Gayle. The healthcare places have their own companies they order from, so I do not get that. I don't either. I don't either. And Iron Fire Horse, oh, Busy says Iron Fire Horse, we don't. Okay. I use hand sanitizer whenever I go out. But I always have. And I've always been I mean, we've talked about it before. I take my Clorox wipes and wipe down the tables. I mean, Busy and I have talked about that, and she and I finally were trendy. But that for me is bigger than the disinfectant spray. But a lot of people that are still working are cleaning off their desks more often and spraying it down, especially if they work apparently in a high traffic area. So that's why. And Busy says it can, I mean. And Irene says, well, yes, I use the sanitizer when I go out, but I'm not going out much. Okay. I'm still going out some, not like I was, but I will say a couple of times a week. Partially because if hubby has to go out for work, I tend to ride along with him. So I get out of the house at least a little bit. Stellar says we're using a ton of the stuff at the outreach center, but that's not exactly the average person's home. That's true. But when you work with, okay, like you work with the homeless, Busy works in healthcare. Those are two huge potential hotspots right there. So I can see where you guys would need both the hand sanitizer and the spray a lot more than the average person. Valerie is saying that she's always kept wipes in her car and she keeps hand sanitizer in there now too. Yeah. Iron Fire Horse, Irene says, I realize for work, etc. Yeah. And Busy is saying, Stellar, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't understand about the production, you know, like there's second shifts, there's third shifts, there are people that need hours. So the production, and the other thing I don't understand is the whole distribution. Like we've got pretty much everything we need in our store, but like 2 hours from here, people are like, they don't have, you know, bread, or they don't have milk, or they don't have meats, but we've got it all here. And of course, I don't want us to be short, but I don't want somebody else to be short either. It's like, can't we work this out a little better? We're in the United States. We're supposed to have all of this under control. And it's like, come on, guys and ladies, let's get it figured out. So, yeah. So what kind of crafts? I know Valerie is always working on crafts. What about you all? Is anybody learning something new? Let's see. Busy says, I was very shocked, happy when I went to the Dollar General store today. They had a ton of paper towels and some toilet paper stocked up. No Lysol wipes, though, no Lysol wipes, though, which is fine. That's cool. You know, it ought to be that's like one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves about this whole thing, as far as like the distribution. So I'm glad you got it. Let's see. Stellar says Kroger was nearly out of flour of all things today, and the produce section was not great. I got what I needed though. That is one thing I'm not having to look at much is produce, because Misfits Market is like saving my hide. We got another box from Misfits Market today, and I may keep this like forever because I've been so pleased with their service. Except for FedEx. Now, FedEx screwed me over last time, but this box was fine. Oh, Valerie's making masks. Good deal. How did that go for you? The mask making. Now let's see. Iron Fire Horse says, people like me can't get hand sanitizer. It's for connected folk or the food banks, which the poor can't easily access anymore. Some of our food banks have had to shut down because of the coronavirus. The ones that are in like the hot pocket areas, those hot spots. Let's see. Stellar Iron is asking if she needs to order some and send it to you. Stellar, I don't know how that's going to do because of shipping it across customs and so forth. Busy says Kroger stores are getting hit hard. She's heard. Interesting. It's a shame. And Irene doesn't need it. Valerie's saying it turned out pretty good. That's great. So, good deal. They look very complicated. We were blessed by Stellar's mother-in-law. She sent a couple of masks to us. I don't even know where to go to get those locally. That is one thing. But we did find, just in our stash of stuff from moving, we did find a couple of N95 respirator masks. So we're set if we have to do anything major. But most of our stores aren't using them. Let's see. Irene says, I'm doing an experiment, seeing how I survive without any local help. Well, hopefully a long time. Valerie says, I'm only making a couple for myself. I don't want to make a lot of them. Some of them look, this one does not look, this looks much more complicated than I would want to do. It's a good mask. It just seems complicated. So, Busy says the N95 masks are the best and very hard to find. So since you have those, you are set. Yeah, we've only got two. What it is, when we were moving, we were doing some work on the trailer, and I always get some when I start to move because I always go through and I clean everything a lot because you don't know if stuff has been sitting and whatnot. So we had the masks from like a year ago. So only two though. But I figure, like, we've got to go to the doctor's office later this month, and they have moved my mammogram until August, and they said that I have to wear a mask then. So I'm figuring that we can probably use them both times. So I think that'll be the time to really use the heavy duty stuff. Fairy Ann is in. Hey, how are you, Fairy? Yay. And Busy says hi, and she says at Gayle Crabtree, you have the mask everyone wants. Well, I got lucky. Like I said, we've had these for over a year, and the package looks a little rough, but the masks look like they're okay inside. Irene says, if I found some N95 masks, I would send them to the long-term care facility next door. If I was not at risk, I would. And like I said, I've only got 2 and the package looks rough. So I kind of think that if anybody looks at this package, they're going to want to like turn around and walk away. But the mask inside do look okay. So I'm going to, like I said, use those probably when we go to the doctor's office. But yes, I agree, Busy. I totally agree. I guess part of the big question is too, you know, like, are they taking individual donations like that? So. And Stellar just sent me a text message saying my banner said, please don't share. Please don't forget to like this video and share it without your friends. Thanks, Stellar. That kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Without your friends. No, no, no. That's crazy. Now it won't let me edit. There we are. Okay. Is that better, Stellar? Let's see. Irene says, I'm at risk and I wouldn't survive if I got it. I figure I'm right there with you, honestly. She says she wouldn't be able to go to the hospital. I'm really, that's my suspicion. The only thing is I got really sick coming back from Alaska, and I do kind of wonder if that could have been it, because just about all the symptoms match, but not quite. So I don't know. But if I ever get a bad case, yeah, I totally agree. I'm with you guys. Oh, they would? Okay. Good deal. I did not know that, so that's good to know. Absolutely. Hey, Mel, hey, how are you? And Bits of Real Panther is in. Hi, Bits of Real Panther. It has been forever because I am glad to see you. Fairy Anna's exhausted. Uh-oh. Saying hi. And everybody's saying hello, which is great. I was kind of scrolling through here, trying to catch up with where you all are. Yeah, that's better. I didn't want to call it out in here. Well, thank you for being nice about that, Stellar. I'll own it. I messed up. But as long as it's better, I'm glad. And Panther says, yeah, I finally got a notification from one of your streams. Yay! I'm so glad because, like, I didn't know. I thought maybe Facebook, YouTube, I was concerned, had quit sending those out. So makes my day that this notification went out. And Panther says hello to Stellar and Dizzy. And sure, absolutely. Would love to have you. So yes, Busy Lady wants to be on live with me next week, and I can't find my pen to write that down. No. Okay, I got it. Because you know me, I will message you right after this. So yay, that'll be exciting. And Panther's asking Valerie how things are, and Stellar's checking in with Fairy Anna saying, I'm sorry, I'm fine. Sorry you're exhausted. I'll second that. Tired too. Panther says, my own brother doesn't even get notifications when I upload. Well, you know, I'm going to have to go back and check because I don't think I've got notifications on you for a while. So I will go double check that. And let's see. They're wrong. Busy says, Gayle Crabtree, it's my last day of work. I will be thrilled, hopefully. Well, I hope so too. But you know, that's going to be bittersweet. Part of you is going to be sad. Part of you is going to be jubilant. You're going to have this mixed emotions there. Fariana says, Stellar, I recorded my whole day. It's hours of editing to do, hours of video, and I did a lot today. Well, I was just listening to a stream earlier, or a video earlier today, and they were saying to make more content than you consume in a day. That's their suggestion for YouTubers right now. So you did it. Valerie says, at Fariana and I did a live stream yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I agree. The seller says, Fariana sounds like a lot. And Fariana said, it was fun. I like group live streams. Me too. And you guys are all welcome to join me and make this a group live stream anytime. So, yeah. And Valerie, I was thinking that I could take your either or tag and maybe next week do that here on the live stream, because I thought that was really cute with some of your answers. So, busy lady, if you're up for it, go check out Valerie's channel and you'll see what I mean by the either or, because it's a cute video. And Busy says, Gayle, yes, mixed emotions, so I should have a lot to say on the stream. Busy, you're a friend of mine. That means two things. You've got an opinion and a lot to say. And Iron is second that that's fun. And Valerie says that would be fun. Yeah. It was a cute stream. I mean, cute video. And Busy says, okay, I'll check that out. Yeah. It's just, I'm not going to give it away too much, but it's just like, you like this or you like that and kind of why. But I love tags like that because you get to find out more about somebody. And it's really neat when it's somebody that you communicate with regularly. Super, super stuff. So, yeah. But I also think that, you know, panels and groups are just a lot of fun. Oh, you think you'd upset a lot of people? Why, Irene? She said, I was going to do a live stream, but it would probably upset a lot of people. Unpack that. Say more about that. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. But I do think panels, go back, I do think panels are a lot of fun. So I'm up for guests, and I'm going to be excited to have Busy here next week. Oh, difference of opinions. Ah, that's okay. Opinions are not always bad. It's the way people handle opinions that can be bad. Because we're all individuals. We're going to have our own thoughts and our own ideas. And those may conflict with somebody else's thoughts and ideas. But, you know, to me, and this is just me, as long as you can actually have a conversation and talk about that, people learn things when you have a good, solid conversation. It's when the anger and the frustration that somebody's opinion may be different, that's the problem for me, is because when that happens, there's friction. And then pretty soon it breaks down. And once you get that anger and frustration in there, you can't hear the other person. Because at that point, sometimes it becomes a like a contest almost to see whose opinion is louder. And I have friends who have different opinions from me, but we still can talk because we work around the anger and the frustration. It's, yeah, Irene's saying that people don't like to talk anymore. I kind of agree with that. It's almost like we're busy shouting at each other. And I'm not going to get political, but you have side A and side B. And it's just when that, before the anger comes in, side A and side B can talk about whatever the situation is. But when that anger comes in and you get people shouting at each other, it's like to me, it's like, what's the point in shouting at each other or bringing up, you just have to be able to talk things out. And I believe that in groups or personal. So probably somebody's going to email me about that and say, what are you saying? Yeah, plus a lot of people don't have the experience or education on the topic often. That can be it. That can be. Fariana says, I try not to voice too much opinion. I felt like I offended someone yesterday on the live stream, and I felt bad for a while. Well, if people get upset, okay, and this is, okay, I'm just going to to me, this is my opinion, which means nothing to a lot of people. I get that. But to me, if somebody has a problem with your opinion and they let their feelings get hurt over it, as long as it's not something that's personal, if your opinion is somebody is short and fat and you say that in a nice way, yeah, it's going to hurt their feelings. And to me, that's the kind of thing they have a right to get their feelings hurt over. But if it's just something in general about politics, the weather, religion, the way it is, then there's something that can be learned there from that discourse. And if they get upset because you voiced your opinion and it's not something that's personally directed at them, like short and fat or whatever, then that's the problem with them. Yeah. And Iron says, oh, I missed that, Fariana vlogs. And Stellar says some people just want to be mad. That's true. And again, that's where the anger comes in. Just chilling. Now let's see, Mel says, speak your opinion, and not all opinions are just opinions. Sometimes it's based on fact. That is true. But, people don't always react well to facts these days. And Valerie says, I don't think so. Okay. So, Fariana says the adventures and keto lady about the limited income and COVID issue causing people to gain weight or go off diet. I called it an excuse. She seemed upset. Well, and there's a lot, income does play into a lot of things, but it's still, that's your opinion and that's okay. And it's also different in different areas too, as far as what's available, what's expensive, what's not. Let's see, Mel says it depends on whether or not you do it out of love. Honestly, the truth hurts no matter how you deliver it. Yeah, now truth is something, truth can be different than an opinion though. Iron says, I just want people to avoid unnecessary suffering, but I get called a socialist. Yeah, when people start calling names, conversation's over. And Mel says, remember the scene in A Few Good Men. Some people want the truth, but they can't handle the truth. I have not seen that movie. I think I get where you're going though, that some people do want the truth but can't handle it, but I've not seen that movie. Is it a good movie? I guess it must be a pretty good movie though if you're bringing it up. But yeah, that's not what I've seen. But yeah, I think one thing about society, though, is we need to be able to handle the truth a little better. Valerie likes the movie. Okay. And Panther is saying it's a good movie. Okay. Iron said, oh, yeah, I did hear that. Just facts at Variana's vlogs. LOL, just saying. And Mel Mel says, I am good. Yes, Gayle, it's a great movie. I might have to check into that. I wonder if it's available on Amazon. I may look at it. I just finished this series on Amazon, and now I can't even think of the name of it. But it's got to do with the mob, and it's some of the free Amazon Prime movies. If you have movies if you have Amazon Prime, and it's great. So since I just finished that series, binge watching, I may look for that movie. Okay, I'm not the only person on the planet that didn't see it, because look right here. Irina's saying she didn't see it either. Okay. Panther is saying too many people peddle feel good or reality. Could be. Lots of people are peddling it. Okay, Stellar's never seen it either. Is it on Hulu or Disney Plus? Mel Mel is saying it should be on Amazon. Okay. Bits of Real Panther said over reality, I mean. Actually, that's what I thought you meant. That's the way I took it. Yeah. So Amazon, I'll have to look at that. Stellar's going to check it out too. Okay. Yay. But yeah, that'll be a great movie to see. Iron says, I just watched the first 2 episodes of The Big Bang Theory. OMG, so funny. ROFL, etc. Gonna binge watch it, I think. Cool. I've not seen that in like forever. Now let's see. Panther is saying, I heard that clothing manufacturers are changing the sizing numbers on clothing to make the numbers slower. People would rather have that feel good instead of just losing a little weight. Oh gosh. I did not hear that. That's amazing. And let's see, Stellar says, I have a long and growing list of movies I need to see. And Panther is saying, I tried watching Big Bang Theory, but just couldn't get into it. I've seen a few episodes of it, but it's been a while. Stellar says, Panther, that's not a good thing, but yeah. And Iron says, gotcha, Panther, I agree with you. I'm a realist. There you go. Well, that's neat. Because we also need to deal with reality when reality can be difficult, but we also should all learn how to deal with it as reality is not bad. It's just what it is. And, go from there instead of being afraid of it. I think that fear happens to a lot of folks. Really? You just now saw Forrest Gump? Oh my gosh. Did you like it? And Iron says, I have high-end autism. I got it all. Okay. There you go. I won't say everybody, but a lot of people I know is on the spectrum. That is so wild. And Theriana says, Panther, I like some of the Big Bang show, but overall it's cheesy and predictable. Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to have cheesy and predictable. It's like you don't have to think. You can just enjoy. Valerie liked it. Panther says, one can't fix reality while living in fantasy. Ooh. True. Stellar says, Iron, that's neat. My hubs is on the spectrum. Yeah, it's with a lot of, it's surprising, or actually it shouldn't be surprising. I think what it is maybe more people feel like they can own it if you're on the spectrum, or if you have pick an issue or pick a challenge. There's more freedom to like own those things, and I think it's reducing some of the stigma. But yeah, like all of my friends that have young kids, I don't think I have a friend that's got a child under the age of 8 that's not on the spectrum. So part of it may be overdiagnosed. I don't know, but it's just out there. So yeah, but I know lots of adults with it too. Fioriana's 12-year-old is on the spectrum. Okay. And Panther is saying, I love watching me some MASH. Yeah. I used to love that show. I bought The Secret Garden and I watch it over and over. It's a good movie. That's an old one that's good. Oh, really? Valerie says the only show she watches now is Survivor. That's the best season ever. Neat. And Stellar says, I haven't seen that movie in forever, but I really like the book. Good. And Panther says, I think a lot of the foods we're eating now cause so many of our physical and mental problems. I know they cause physical. It would make sense, I guess, that some of the mental would come in too, because if your body's not in good condition, you're not going to feel like you're in good condition. But, and it's too, the other thing is it's surprising about all the extra junk they're putting in food. No. Like those of you all who are on Facebook, I bought chicken the other day, and you all already know this, but those of you who aren't, I am ranting about chicken that I bought. And it's just chicken in a buffalo coating, but yet it has soy and it has sugar. I think it has sugar and it had tons of carbs. And I'm like, why does a piece of chicken need soy? Really, people? So, extra stuff. In the high fructose corn syrup that's in like spaghetti sauces and everything, yeah, it's like, forget about it. So I have to wonder, though, if all the cooking shows are going to create a backlash on the junk that's in the foods, because people are learning how to cook, and they're experimenting with flavors and things more than ever. So I just kind of wonder, as more people become more aware of what's in our foods, I kind of wonder if that's going to create a backlash, and it's going to cause the food manufacturers to kind of rethink their game plan and drop some of this junk. But and Irene says, I think so too. At Panther, I got rid of a lot of my problems by eating simple, less than 10 items in my diet now. Nice. Okay, so it does make a difference. Stellar says, Iron, I hid your comment because the R word is used as a slur against people with intellectual disabilities, which I'm aware is the point that you were making. Okay. You must have snapped on that before I even saw it. So, all right. And Irene says, I know, I took it as a slur when I was called it. Stellar, believe me. And Stellar says, but I'm still not allowing it. Okay. So, yeah. So, we don't want slurs. We just want, hold on here. I've got a tweet coming in. Hold on. The tweet is, I got a direct message on Twitter saying, hey, Gayle, are you going live tonight? Yeah, I think she's a little behind the things here. Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that, you all. Read it so you can get the context. I will. Oh. Stellar says, I'm sure you did, and I'd like to smack whoever called you that upside the head. Okay. And clearly being taken out of context. Okay. I will check that out. Okay, I see. I think it's the R word in general, but I see the context, and it could be. I'm gonna let you guys work that out, but it could be just too because it's triggering. That is true, Irene. She's got a good point that she would have been charged in giving autism a bad name if she had smacked them. Yes. Stellar is pretty sensitive to stuff like that too. It triggers her advocate streak, shall we say. So yeah. But and that's one of those things too that it goes back to tolerance, and nobody has any right to be called a name or to be in a position where they're being put down for anything. Yeah. I think the biggest disability though in the world or the biggest health challenge, however you want to look at it, I think the biggest one we have right now is the unwillingness to try to hear the other side and the ability to throw names at each other. Yeah. Yeah, now see, that doesn't surprise me knowing Stellar. Verbally, though. Verbally. So, yeah, very frustrating sometimes. And if either of you ever want to come on to my other channel and talk about this, it's Overcoming the Obstacles. And I'm going to type that down below so we can get the address. But it's youtube.com/overcoming the obstacles. If y'all ever want to talk about that over there on kind of a this is my problem and how I came through it kind of thing is where I'm going, because I got kind of sidetracked for a little while on the channel trying to help some pastors and stuff who really needed some tech help. But if you go to the channel and visit it, just kind of keep that. I'm not really doing too many videos to try to help people understand tech, but the videos are overcoming the obstacles. This is the challenge that I have. This is how I came through it. That's the focus of the channel. So ignore the best live streaming equipment for churches and stuff like that. So, and you can ignore how to use StreamYard for free. So, and I'm going to go back to, because I missed the part, I didn't get it highlighted, about Iron Firehorse being a developmental services worker. And she says she can't work at it anymore because of her back injury. So I'm up on the words of dignity. Gotcha. And Panther says, yeah, I know some people are really suffering, especially with all this isolation stuff going on right now. Absolutely. Yeah, there are people that haven't left their house in like 6 and 8 weeks because they're at risk and or they're afraid, or maybe even a combination of both, you know. So yeah, some people are. And then of course, all the people who are on the front lines and all the people who are actually sick right now. Lots of stuff. So yeah. Well, let's see. It is 8:08, and I usually do these streams for about an hour. So we're a little over the hour, but I do want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a really good conversation. And Irene says 2 years of post-secondary school, and then you can work with people who have developmental. Gotcha. 20 years. Absolutely. Yeah, and those, you know, that kind of dedication to work in that kind of field is, I don't want to say almost unheard of, but some of the nonprofit directors actually have the highest level of burnout. So if you're in a helping field like that, it more than a couple of years, you are a hero. Well, actually, if you're in there at all, you're a hero, but more than a couple of years, you're like over the top. So, I agree with Stellar Iron. That's cool. And hats off to you. Yep. So speaking about hats, let me just remind everybody about the giveaway starting tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we've got YouTube, 8 p.m. on Monday night. We're going to have the giveaway. And Tuesday, we've got the videos. So comment on the videos because that's also a giveaway entry. Tomorrow, post bodacious pictures of yourself on the Facebook group. And Wednesday, I'm going to be posting a photo on Instagram, and comments on that photo also are entries. So we've got one prize at minimum per day. How about that? So I hope you all have a good week. And let's see, Irene is saying, if my back was good, I would volunteer in a long-term care facility right now. That is awesome. That is awesome. And Panther is saying, Bodacious Bill and Ted called. Okay. Very funny. Very funny. So, all right. You all have a great week. And I will see you back here on Saturday at 7 because we always do that. And we are going to have a lot of fun with the giveaways and have a great week. And we are going to beat the coronavirus blues, so to speak. So, Panther, thank you for the stream. Irene, thanks for coming in. You all have a great week, and I will see you on the next stream or video. Go out always. Hashtag be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living. You're worth it. So, see you on tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Bye.